Right, hi folks, back again. I've got a short video for you today, just outlining the pickups we've made so far this year, and I've got a few steelbooks for a change. I haven't been getting too many steelbooks lately, but I didn't realise that there was so many available for the Switch, because basically I only buy racing games and shooters, shmups for the Switch by and large. So I kind of missed out on the rest of the stuff, but yeah. And the good thing is you can, because a lot of the steelbooks now come separate from the game, you can actually buy the empty case quite cheaply. Now, before we get going, I just want to regale you with a little thing that happened that pertains to the channel, but I just thought I would sort of like put it forward as a example of how things can get misinterpreted, misconceived, if you like. Now, I don't get too many negative responses from people, negative comments, but I had one the other day that kind of had me scratching my head. Now, I don't know if it was from a foreign viewer, but it was one of those kind of comments that seemed a bit vague, but sort of obviously had something to convey. So I read it, 2 or 3 times, and I came to the conclusion this was just my interpretation again. It might have been a misconception. But it seemed to me that what the guy was saying to me was that I was a materialistic person who was in danger of ruining the minds of children. That's the way it read. Which my first instinct was to take umbrage, but I thought no. What I thought was an unfair comment, but I thought no. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and this is just, as I said, obviously a misinterpretation, because as you all know, as I've said to you a few times in the past, the mission of this channel is a collecting channel. I'm a passionate collector, and this channel is for other people who collect. And the mission is the 3 E's: education, enlightenment, and hopefully some entertainment. And the only way I can do that is to show you stuff that's out there, stuff that I've picked up. And I mean, most of it, 95% of it is stuff that is available. So, yeah, I just thought it was an interesting example of how things can seem to people who maybe don't have that love for collecting. Anyway, that aside, let's kick off. Now, this was the first one I picked up. It's Super Mario. These are nifty little steelbooks. These, they're smaller obviously than your regular. It's got a very nice back. I assume there's 2 games in one here. Bowser's Fury and Super Mario World 3D. Unfortunately, the inside's not great, but at least it does have some artwork. So that was the first one. I mean, all of these worked out around about £8 each, which I didn't think was bad for steelbook. Then we had Monster Hunter Rise. I've never played any of these, of course, these games. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I know there's a few out there. There's a very nice back as well. Just a piece of artwork inside. But yeah, that was quite nice. Now I've got a couple here that I haven't opened yet. And this is just to show you how these come. they come separately packed from the game itself as an added extra. That's how they come, with all the details. There, I'm going to open this, do a couple of unboxings for you. I'll open this very carefully so I don't scratch the actual steelbook. Right, okay, now this is Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD apparently. Get rid of all that rubbish. Yeah, quite nice. The thing about these is they've all got stuff on the back, which I like, and then there's a big piece of artwork on the inside. So that was that one, and then the final one I picked up. I need the companion one to this. This is Pokemon Sword Edition, but there is a Pokemon Shield Edition as well. Apparently they did it as a single entity with the Shield and the Sword games in. But the steelbook for that's rather expensive, I found when I looked for it. So we'll just write this off here and I'll show you a bit better. I like to buy them like this because obviously with the seal still on, because obviously chances are they're in mint condition, which this one is. That's Pokemon Sword. Some rather boring stuff inside, but not to worry. Yeah, so that was the gaming steelbooks, which I was quite happy to pick up for £8 each. Now, film-wise, it seems that I've drawn a truce with Zavi. Oh dear, I see that frog. Because I decided to go back buying off them. Couldn't really resist these because these are the Zavi exclusive Star Wars editions I did a while back, and these were only £16 each in a sale. So I like the new series of films, the last three, the final three, and I have the final one, episode 9. So I thought, well, I'll buy the other two at that price, and I can do once again a little unboxing for you. Get all the rubbish off. I was going to leave them sealed, but I'll probably be watching them, so I'll unseal them so you can see them at their best. So yeah, Force Awakens. This comes in just a slip-off box. I wish everybody would package their stuff like that. Just a little box that it slides in, so you don't have that little flappy bit that sticks over at the front and causes no end of bother with sticky and tearings and what have you. But anyway, there's the back of it. And inside we have 3 discs. Let's turn them round because I hate it when they're all the wrong way round. We have the 4K, then a bonus disc, and at the back there just the ordinary Blu-ray. I'll just take that out so you can see the artwork on the Blu-ray. Such a waste of time for me putting the Blu-rays in with these 4Ks, because why do you need the Blu-ray when you've got the 4K? I mean, you wouldn't buy the 4K edition to watch the Blu-ray, would you? You just buy the Blu-ray edition. So yeah, that annoys me because obviously it hikes the price up somewhat. So that was that. And then we had the other The Last Jedi. And again, we'll have a unboxing jobby here. Grab hold of the plastic. Yep, got it. Right, there we go. All that rubbish. So once again, we've got the nice slip out. That's all the information, of course, on the back. Then we have the nice slip out. There's the full cover, which is quite nice. All the characters there, and yeah, that's a nice back cover. I wish they would. I should remember what that character's called, but it escapes me for the time being. All you fans out there will know immediately. And there again we have the 4K. That'd be the bonus disc, I assume. Oh no, that's the Blu-ray there, and that's the bonus disc. I mean, these look very impressive with 3 discs in, but as I said, totally unnecessary from my perspective. Okay, so that was the Blu-rays. I also picked up this Game-wise. I showed you a couple of these last time I did the Christmas pickups, but it seems that I'm becoming a collector of these. As I say, there's only 500 of these ever gets printed for each system, so they're quite collectible, and that's the Crew 2, which I like racing games, so having the Crew 2 Steelbooks empty, I decided to buy this to go in. It was cheaper than buying it second hand, and so I thought I would pick that up instead. Right, let's have a quick look at the few comics I've picked up since Christmas. That's a new large format One Dark Night. That's by Jock, who is one of my favourite artists at the minute. Some of the interior artwork, can't see it very well. But yeah, he's a good artist, Jock. I like him. So obviously that'll be probably a 3 or 4 or maybe more issue series. Large format. That's the I think that's the final part of the Joker Puzzle Box series, number 6. I think there's only 6 in the run. All lovely covers, these Jokers. I like them. And that's number 10 of the regular Joker series. And there was the latest Eternals. Watched the movie recently, didn't think much of it, quite frankly. And that was the second part of God of Hammers, which flew up in price on eBay because apparently the God of Hammers was classified as a first appearance. And as we all know in the world of comic books, first appearances mean cash. Right, can't remember if I had these when I did the last pickups, but I'm going to show them quickly to you anyway. It's the Spider. These are the Sanctum books. Now you remember a long time ago I showed you my collection of Shadow facsimile editions. Well, Sanctum did the Spider as well. It was another sort of famous pulp hero of the 30s and 40s. And I managed to pick up 3 of these for quite reasonable. That was number 3. That is issue 4. Oh, by the way, they show the original covers on There's two stories in each, and those are the original covers. There's the original covers of number 4. And then we had number 5, which is quite a nice cover. Those are the original covers of the pulps from which they derived. And so I can't remember when I've shown you that one up, but the second showing won't hurt too much. And then I picked up some magazines I didn't know existed. Apparently Nintendo have been doing this magazine called Ninty Fresh. I actually picked these up for £1 each. The retro shop that I go to had a couple in, and he was giving them away for a contribution to his charity box. So I just stuck a couple of £1 in the charity box and got a couple of issues of Ninty Fresh. I think that's issue 1. I think that's issue 3. I'm not sure without rummaging through the insides. So that was a magazine I didn't even know about. For £1 each, quite happy. And apparently the new Evercade system, you know, I showed you a while back, the retro game system has its own magazine also. This is Amazon exclusive. Apparently Amazon print them as well. So that was issue 1. And there's only 3 issues. I got the 3 of them. That's number 2. And that's number 3. I mean, these weren't cheap. They were about £6 each, but I thought, well, you know, I might as well get them while they're around. Because they're quite niche, obviously. And then that just arrived this morning, about 2 weeks late. I thought it wasn't coming. That's a book I ordered off eBay, Best New SF. These are sort of like, whereas I've been showing you a lot of vintage SF books, these are currently up to date science fiction books of short stories. They are the year's best, but they've been rebranded as Best New, Mammoth Book of Best New. But I think they were originally published as the year's best. And as you can see, they're quite weighty volumes, so there's a lot of reading in there. That was, I think, £4, free postage. But that keeps you up to date with what's being done in science fiction at the moment. And then, just to prove that you still can get bargains, one of my local charity shops was doing a two for £1 deal on books. So I picked up Ian Banks' The Wasp Factory, which I've heard quite good things about. Nice minty copy. So you can say that one was 50p, and then even better, there's lovely, good condition hardback. Quite a size, isn't it? That's a tome. That'll take a few weeks to read. Peter F. Hamilton, which is one of the popular new science fiction authors, and Judas Unchained. No idea what that's all about, but I will have a look at it at some stage. So yeah, for 50p each, I thought they were great. And then last but not least, I picked up a couple of Nerf guns for a change. I did show that big one last time, but these are a couple of handguns I picked up. That's the strong arm. Now I've already got a strong arm, but it's a different colour system, colour job, and B, it doesn't have that elite printed down the side of it. So I'm assuming that this is a later version of the strong arm. I know sometimes Nerf do different versions of different guns, so yeah, I'm assuming. I mean that one works. That one works fine. You just pull that back and fire away. Now this one, I'm not sure if it's working or not, because the batteries I used didn't get the flywheel to work. Well, this is a flywheel machine, and the flywheel doesn't work. Well, there's no batteries in, that's why, but you slam the batteries in there, Now, I don't know if it needs stronger batteries than the ones I've got, but I shall buy some and find out. But that's the Stockade handgun as well. You can buy a big stock for that, but I just like to have. I collect mainly handguns in the Nerf world. So yeah, folks, that was my pickups for the year so far. Not a bad little haul. Okay, I won't bore you with any more chat. I'm gonna show you something a bit different next time. I think I mentioned it last time. I've got a selection of Speedway badges, but I'll tell you more about them and the sport of Speedway in the week or so when I get around to doing it. So once again, thank you for watching, and somebody trying to get in the door there. So I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.